Does this need to be? I feel like this needs to be higher. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna go over week 9 thumbnail. We're gonna be going over week 9 of The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. I cannot believe it's week 9 already. It feels like I've been doing this for like over 2 months now, but yeah. So we're going over week 9, which is all about, where is it? So week 9 is all about recovering a sense of compassion. This was probably the shortest chapter in the book so far, I believe. I want to say so. But yeah, so we're going to be going over recovering a sense of compassion. So one of the first things she talks about is fear. So she talks about fear. She talks about how being blocked and being lazy are two completely different things. They are not the same thing. Just because you're blocked doesn't mean you're lazy, and just because you're lazy doesn't mean you're blocked. So being blocked is the inability to start, and it does not equal lazy. So it actually equals fear. So it means you're scared to start. So, and then she also talks about how procrastination does not equal lazy. It equals fear. Like there's something you're afraid of that's making you not want to start. So in order for you to start, you need to like show love for your artist in order to get out of that fear aspect. You need to stop yelling at yourself and you need to be nice. Okay, be nice to your artist. You know, like yelling doesn't help. The next thing she talks about is enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is making it play and not work. Like I've listened to a lot of like podcasts with like songwriters who talk about the most hit song that they have. They went in and they wrote it because everybody in the room was like really cool and it felt like a fun day versus like it being work. So I guess meeting yourself up for play versus work is what will help you. And then the next thing she talks about is creative U-turns. And she talks about how it's born from fear. So one example of this is a screenwriter has an agent interested in repping a script from just a few changes, but he doesn't make the changes. So there's this fear of like, maybe it'll get rejected again. And I think sometimes there's also the fear of success, you know, like what happens when you're successful. Like that, sometimes that scares people as well. And sometimes it's just a roadblock. It's like not a roadblock, but it's like a pothole, I guess is what I'll compare it to. Like it's a pothole, you know, you'll drive over it, that's it. It's not an entire roadblock. And then she suggested that like in order to get over a creative U-turn is to like reach out to someone who has something that you would one day want. So like, for example, I know a couple people in my acting class who have agents. So that's something I might be interested in. I'm going to ask them how they got their agent. Like, I don't know. I guess it's all about like just connecting with people and talking to them. She also mentioned that like once you admit you need help, the help will arrive. And one of the last things she talks about is blasting through the blocks. So she gives you a list of like questions to help you get through a block. So list any resentments you have to a connection in this project. So for example, if you don't like the editor in a project, and just like list what you don't like, and then that's it. It'll help you like get through it. And she has a bunch of other ways to help you. For the tasks, did I do my morning pages every day? Yes, I did. I missed one day though. I don't know. Some days I just like wake up and I'm like, I don't want to do this. But I need to show up for myself is what I always tell myself. But yeah, I think that's it for week 9. That's all that I did. But yeah, so I guess I'll see you guys next week for week 10. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye.